Fellow Nigerians, people, friends, family, loved ones, citizens of this beautiful and great nation. I took out time to move around the country. I've been to so many states and I have spoken with our people. I have spoken with servants, staffs, and civil servants of different agencies, and I have found out that we are a great people. We are indeed a great nation, blessed not only with natural resources but with great minds and people with good hearts. There is so much we can do together as a nation. There is so much we can achieve. All we need to do is to bring our energies together. Let's stop killing ourselves. Let's stop fighting. Let's stop dividing the nation, standing by different ethnic groups and religion. Let's unite as a people. We are first Nigerians before we any religion. We are first Nigerians before any ethnic group. We are first Nigerians because the very essence of our being have its consummation on the soil of this great country. So we can actually wake up and say to ourselves, Nigeria is my home. Let me make it work. We can start from our very home, our very rooms, our very place of work. I've spoken with people. There is no reason whatsoever Nigeria should be without constant electricity. There is no reason whatsoever. There is no reason whatsoever we should not have beautiful roads, great road network, excellent constructions, good tunneling system. The floods are unnecessary. These floods we are having, they are all unnecessary. We can have a country where everyone else in the world will run to. We have natural resources. The other day I sent videos around the world of our documentations. Natural resources are all over Africa. We have minerals, we have enough that should go around for every citizen to have a great life. The debts are unnecessary. The borrowings are unnecessary. Take my word, if we will sit down as a nation and harness our resources, the capital resources, the natural resources, the minerals on the ground, the air, everything we have, every Nigerian will have a great life until the name Nigerian begin to command envy by other citizens in other nations. Simply meaning our citizens will be respected around the world. Those in the diaspora will be taken with great honor because they have more than enough of good life in their country. They will be seen in other nations as diplomats who travel for the sake of making impact in other lives, not for Nigerians to be going around the world seeking greener pasture. We are green, white, green. We are green, white, green. We are, I say, green, white, green. The people that have the peace and agriculture. What happened to our peace? What happened to our agriculture? What happened to our productivity? What happened? We are getting it back. Nigeria will work. You and I will make it work. In your home, in your office, it's time to go out there and do the right thing. How? First, by coming together to bring the right people to power. By coming together to give the youth a chance. By coming together to give the youth, the trained people, an opportunity. What is the beauty in that? The beauty is this. A young person is afraid of making mistakes. A young person has opportunity to learn, unlearn, relearn. A young person can carry his or herself together and begin to do new things. He can go for research and start an entirely new thing. Simply meaning we can have a young man as a governor, a young man as a Senate president, a young man as a Speaker of House of Representatives, a young man as a Speaker House of Assembly, a young man as a Deputy Governor, a young woman in beautiful positions, a young woman governor, a young woman minister, a young woman director general, a young woman in power, a young woman as Vice Chancellor. They will live their life carefully doing things, knowing well that years to come, the results, the outcome of what they've done will be evident. Imagine a young man being a president and his child asking him years later, Daddy, I heard you were the one that did this project. It's collapsing. Or, oh, Daddy, Mommy, I heard you did this project. You were in power when this was done. Thank you. Or, why did you do it this bad? You see, they live to answer the call. They live to answer the government after them. Because now you are young. As a young person, you live the rest of your life answering for what you've done. If an elderly person comes into power, chances are he is not willing to learn anything new. He is not having the skill, the drive to study again. He is depending on advisors. Advisors will give you a good advice, but most of the advisors are there for a job. Most are serving the nation, but in a way, most are not serving the nation. So we are having people that are serving the nation and people that are serving their boss. So when they give the advice, the man say no or the woman say no, they keep quiet. We have very few that could say, you are not accepting my intellectual reasoning, I'm not going to work with you. Very few in Africa do that. So what we are saying is, the old people may not be able to dig deep, and they are about retiring their life. They may not all have the zeal or the conscience to fear the future. So all they do is they get their young ones and find a way to put them into positions and go. So it becomes a family thing. But I tell you, when a young man or a young woman is having children or infants or children that are not even people that are not even married in power, something happen, they do and they go away. I can't be putting my little baby that is months old into government. I can't be finding a way to plant my infant or my little child in the primary school or in the secondary school to become a government agent or to become a civil servant or to become an appointee. You can't do that. So when you have young people in power, they prepare a ministry, they prepare a government, they prepare institutions that will come years later serving the country to the advantage of the generation of their kids. That is the reason behind our saying, let young, intelligent people lead the country. We are not looking for rulers. A ruler could be a dictator. We are looking for leaders. We are looking for people that interact with others. We are looking for somebody that is young enough and his body or her body is calling for sporting activities and will go about engaging other youths in things and will be able to hear the truth. There will be ground control. But when we are having old people in power, no ground control. They have yes sir people. I could imagine my elder brother calling me and telling me, you are not doing it right. He's my elder brother. I could imagine my lecturer in school that I was submitting or that I submitted the project to some days ago telling me, hello, that thing you're doing is not paying. He's a civil servant. He's telling me the truth. Or a private university lecturer is telling me how to do things for the nation whom I have no power to do anything to. If I will not listen to him, it's my business. We need young minds that can have an open portal where people submit complaints, national issue, national ideas, things that will make the country work. And this young leader is sitting down to read through. A young minister, a young lady handling a ministry or an agency or a department, and she's putting in her best. We need to give the young people a chance. This is to tell you that when a young, brilliant person, imagine a nation, look at Nigeria with me, where the university is given a project to do roads, We are not saying some contractor for somewhere. The Department of Engineering, Civil Engineering, is giving work, and the students are coming up, putting their brains, their heads together to do it. It is their project. They are not doing the road as people to make money. They are not being paid for it. They are doing constructing roads as their project, and their lecturers are there to supervise it, and companies are being paid to supervise, and they give credit to it, and the student is coming out with decision based on practical work. Imagine our students building tunnels. Imagine our people building water reserves. Imagine our students engaged in governance. Imagine somebody in public administration giving 6 months to lead a department, giving some people to work with as his or her project, not scripts. We don't need articles. Nigeria is full of books and articles and write-ups. We don't need it again. We need a practical nation. Imagine a literature student giving a field work to handle, and he's coming and is writing a report as a journalist. Imagine all these beautiful things, sending our youth to Radio Nigeria, to private news media, print media. Imagine sending them to those places and asking the people to score them. And we see the practical work they did, not to copy something from somewhere, but to generate a new data and to work. We want our students to become real substance and product of the nation, that whether or not you give them employment, they can stand to start up something new. Nobody need to be asking them for years of experience in work before giving them employment. No, they come trained. Nigeria can bring together its natural resources and begin to manufacture. Nigeria can begin to produce. Nigeria can begin to do things, package them, send them to African nations. First, we could start as aid, give it to nations, let them use and give us feedback. We start things, we send to nations around the world, and have our citizens, our export industry will begin to rise while our import begin to drop. We can look at terms and policies of harnessing and extracting these resources. Our geological departments, our extractions will be wonderful, and we are beginning to use what we have to call the attention of international communities to buy. They don't come here to pack, they come here to do business with us. Produce from Nigeria. You don't take to your country to produce. You produce in our country. You produce in our homes. You produce in the villages. And you do social community responsibility services to those villages and communities. The crude oil, an oil company want to function in Nigeria, you put a refinery right here. You will have your finished products, and we see what you do with it. This way, our country, import will begin to drop. Export will begin to rise. Anybody that wants us to use his air conditioner, come to Nigeria and make it. Anybody that wants us to use it, come to Nigeria and make it. We fix our power sector. We fix everything. Make the country work. Get our youth engaged. Get our old people engaged. Put a young man as a minister, and put a supervisory personality, elderly person with some skills to guide the decision of the young person. But we need the exuberance, we need the energy, we need the binding force, we need the intellectual zeal, we need the heart of the young man, the lion within, to lead the ministries, to lead the agencies. We need the young lady that wants her name to go down, to go through history with honor, to handle the agency. We need the youth to be engaged. Now, when our youth are rightly engaged, we have them becoming accountable, because they will live the rest of their life answering subpoenas, court orders, and the rest. So they will not mess up. Can you see that? They won't mess up. We will begin to make the nation habitable. Our tourism will be superb, because we will be able to use things well. Africa will be redeemed. Africa will be saved, because once Nigeria gets it right, Africa is up. These are the things we need to do. And we, the youth, are saying we will do it. We will trash any young person who gets to power and mess up. We have governors that are youths that have messed up, and people are beginning to say the youths are failing because they gave a young man governorship position, gubernatorial position, and he has not done anything that should show he is really a young person. Rather than moving around and doing funny things that we don't want to. We don't have time to talk about that. Or we are having some young men that they say they make them senators and they didn't do well. We have those that did well. We know those that did well. Those who fought the right and the truth until they were kicked out of office. We have people who did things. What we are saying is that one man drove his car through the rear doesn't mean everybody will drive his car through the rear. So that one youth somewhere messed up doesn't mean we all mess up. We have YDI, we have TNA, we have YRC, we have different youth forums that have been working on youth, training them to become the best. And these youths are ready. 2023, they will be in governance. These youths are ready. The energy is there. Relate with them, you see the energy. It's not about political position. We mean they can do anything. They have a lot of things they can do. A lot of things that they can do. And we are making sure they use it. Till we come your way again, I remain Ukpong Chuwang Daniel, your best.